Two links,
That's
right?
what I was gonna ask. We have two links. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they're going to the Zoom. Not the
No, they're
public.
both lit. They're both closed session.
Yeah, but so do this one.
So every.
Do the usual ceremonies, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the beginning. Ready now? We're on? Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am calling the May 13th, 2025 special board meeting of the West Contra Costa Unified School Board to order. The time is 3:31 PM. To access translation, please click on the globe icon at the bottom of the screen, and if you're here with us, where nobody is, we don't have any headsets, but we have Spanish speakers here who will be able to help you. In just a few minutes, we're going to begin public comment on the closed session item. Members of the public are invited to speak to the board on any, on matters that are on today's agenda, which is superintendent, employee appointment. Please prepare now. If to make a public comment, please raise your hand in Zoom. And we don't have anybody here, but if they were here, we would have them hand in a public comment card. After the cards have been turned in, your hand is raised. They're placed in the order received, and we will call on speakers one at a time, alternating between public comment in person and one on Zoom. Public comment generally lasts an hour, and the time allotted to each speaker is 2 minutes, and there is no substitution of speakers. While that gets organized, we'll move on to the rest of our opening procedures. And we will move to number 3, which is Pledge of Allegiance. If you are willing or able, please rise.
Like technically.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are now moving on to number 4, land, labor, and body acknowledgement. We recognize that we are presently on the lands of the Chochenyo, Moichwa, Parkin, and Ohlone peoples and acknowledge them as the first inhabitants of the land we currently occupy. Labor and body recognition acknowledgement. I acknowledge that the burden of environmental exploitation and systemic injustice falls upon labor of Black and brown bodies in the building of this country and its institutions. I remember that Black and brown people were born and died working this land against their will for generations. I also acknowledge the continued contribution of labor survivors over the centuries to today of all immigrant labor, including voluntary, involuntary, traffic force, and undocumented peoples in the building of what we refer to as the United States. Author, Dr. Rochelle Rogers, I. Number 5, West Contra Costa Unified School District School Board Anti-Racism Statement. The West Contra Costa District Board of Education is committed to the work of anti-racism, the conscious and active effort to identify, challenge, and correct racial inequities in the systems and institutions within our schools and community. Racism, explicit or implicit, stands in direct conflict to the fundamental principles of WCCUSD education. To carry WC education into the future, we recognize that we must continually renew and reflect on the roots of racism and develop new ideas to meet the times. Unjust ideas and policies and the racial inequity they produce have shaped us, our schools, and our society. We strive to uncover unconscious biases and practice anti-racism as individuals and as board members. We challenge ourselves to persist through the discomfort necessary for growth and learning, to deepen our listening and our examination of racism and oppression, and develop a strong understanding of how our personal experiences and feelings fit into a larger picture of continual oppression. Each member of our school board, individually and collectively, is responsible for creating and nurturing an anti-racist learning environment where each student, staff member, and community partner is a respected and valued member of the WCCUSD community. We are uniquely positioned, and it is our responsibility to identify and dismantle racist ideas and inequitable policies in ourselves and across the district. Therefore, we commit to supporting anti-racist policies, programs, and practices for our children's education and well-being while building strong and inclusive school communities. We commit to holding each board member accountable towards these goals and moving the work of anti-racism forward. We also commit to holding West Contra Costa Unified School District staff, students, and community to living these standards of anti-racism in our schools. Board approved, March 20th, 2024. Number 5, roll call. Rosa, would you like to take roll?
Trustee Amiana,
Good afternoon, everyone present.
trustee Demetrius Thomas-Boyd,
He is on his way. The minutes will reflect his arrival time.
trustee Hernandez. Good afternoon, President. President Reckler,
Good afternoon, I'm present.
trustee Smith Folds. Good afternoon, everyone present.
Roll call is complete. Moving on to the closed session. Disclosure of the items being discussed in closed session. The item we heard in today's closed session is public employee appointment discussion. The position is superintendent, government code, section 54957. And now, is there any public comment? We don't have anybody here in person. Is there any public comment online?
There's no public comment.
Okay, there is no public comment. Okay, at this time, I will recess us to closed session, and we will be back. Hopefully before 9:30. And we will see you all then. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It is 9:29. We're going to extend for 15 minutes. We should be out by 9:45. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. We are back from closed session and we're up to C1, report ratification of closed session. There is no report out. D, comments from the Board of Education. Does anybody have anything?
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone, from Clerk Inyana. And number E, the next scheduled Board of Education meeting is, that is not correct. It is tomorrow, May 14th, 2025 at Livonia DeJohn Middle School. Closed session begins at 4:30 and open session is at 6:30. And we hope to see you there. Other than that, we're moving to F, adjournment. The meeting is adjourned at 10:02. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good evening.
Everybody, would you do me a favor, please? Keep